My husband just bought a plot of land through the help of my dad, and my dad called to know the name the lawyer should put on some of the documents. My husband did not reply me on time, so I told my dad that they should put our names. That's my husband's name and my name. When I told my husband that I had sent the lawyer our names, my husband got so angry at me. And he said that he wasn't going to sign such documents until my name was actually removed from the document. Welcome to another beautiful day with me. My name is Obinje, your one and only relationship enthusiast. If you're new to this channel, I want to thank you for stopping by. Here we talk about love, life, marriage, relationship, and everything that has to do with it. So you're saying you want to be a part of this beautiful family we have here, right? You've been viewing me for a couple of months, weeks, or even days, or you just stumbled on this video for the first time. Please subscribe to this channel, turn on your post notification, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget that you can also engage with this video in the comment section by dropping your opinion about whatever it is that I'm going to talk about today. And don't forget that you can also share this video. So 1, 2, 3, I'll be right back. So I came across this post on Facebook and I said I was going to read it out to you, my viewers, simply because most times we do not know it all. Sometimes we wish we had, read someone's story and saw how the person dealt or handled a situation, because we want to learn from other people's mistakes. We don't want it to always happen to us. And that is why I decided that I was going to read this post here. This is one of the anonymous posts that women usually drop on groups because they want people's advice or opinions or ideas on how they can, handle it. And a number of us are practically sitting on this particular story that I'm going to read. And that's why I'm going to read it down here. And I want that please try as much as possible not to be, insulting and all of that. If you don't have anything to say, you could just give this video a thumbs up, and of course we'll see you in the next video. But if you have any tangible advice that you could drop on this post, please drop it, because there are so many women outside that are, actually living this woman's story at the moment, and they wish that someone out there could give them, that advice, that, peace of mind that they are looking for. So I'm going to read the story, please. And the story goes as follows. My husband just bought a plot of land through the help of my dad, and my dad called to know the name the lawyer should put on some of the documents. My husband did not reply me on time, so I told my dad that they should put our names. That's my husband's name and my name. When I told my husband that I had sent the lawyer our names, my husband got so angry at me. And he said that he wasn't going to sign such documents until my name was actually removed from the document. He went on to tell me that only his name should be on the document because he had paid for the land with his money. She goes on to say that I am utterly devastated because this is a man that I had stood with when he had nothing. When he had lost his job, I stood with him, encouraged him. I even went as far as paying our house rent, paying the kids their school fees. And she said this was for years, not just as if it was just 1 year, it was for years. My children, she said, I paid our house rent, our children's school fees, without any of our family members knowing that he had been unemployed for a period of time. She says that she even rented an office space and furnished it for him when he couldn't get a business. When he couldn't get a job, so that he could be doing some kind of business, while he was waiting for any job that was going to come around, or waiting for that job that was going to come around. Unfortunately, that business did not turn out well. He told her that she should give him some, amount of money so that he could buy a space wagon, so that he could use it for a delivery business, which she said she did give him the money. That same business crashed. Neither his family nor my family, that's her family, knew that he was unemployed. She said anytime that his mother asked for money, she would transfer money into his account so that he could transfer the money to his mother, because she didn't want the family to know that he's been, unemployed for a couple of times. And you know how some families actually can be. When they know that the man is unemployed, they start looking for, trouble where there's no trouble, so that they can actually, brand the wife as a bad wife, that she's the one who's, taking care of the family, and that's why she's, behaving this and that. So she tried as much as possible to keep it under wraps. Nobody needed to know that her husband had been unemployed for a period of time. She said in all of this period of time, they were best friends and gist mate. He had access to her he had access to her ATM cards, her phone, and everything. Thank God at the moment he's currently employed. But guess what? He has changed from that gist mate, from that gossip mate, from that, best friend that they were at one point in time. She says he goes as far as, even having a password on his phone. She complained to him that he had changed, and he told her, you too change. As a matter of saying, you too change if I have changed. She says, when I need money to expand my business, when I needed money to expand my business and I asked him to give me, he refused to give me. I cried, I begged, and he still refused. She said she had no option than to call his mother and narrated everything to her, how she had been the one taking care of the family all the years when he was unemployed. 4 years, she says. She said for 4 years, she was the one running the family with her money, and nobody heard a word about it. So she went on to say that his mother was able to talk some sense into his head, and he ended up giving her 200,000 naira. Now, back to the land issue. He said I should tell the lawyer that the lawyer should take my name out of the document because he was the one who bought the land with his money. If not, he's not going to sign the document. Now, her question is, should she be worried? So, guys, this is the story about the lady who is saying that her husband has changed after the 4 years that he was unemployed, and she took care of the family without his family knowing or her family knowing. She was the one that was running the family. She even, got him an office space to run a business which crashed. She got him a vehicle to start a delivery business. That same business crashed. She paid the rent, she paid the children's school fees, and of course, she was taking care of the food and health and basically every other thing. Now her husband is currently employed, and she's beginning to see the other side of him, which she wasn't seeing when he was unemployed. So guys, please, I would love to hear your comments down below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're seeing me, please subscribe to this channel. It's Obinje O Talk, where we talk about love, life, and marriage. She's saying that after all of this, should she be worried? Well, honestly, I won't say she should be worried. Nothing is new under the sun. Yes, nothing is new under the sun. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is not something to, hurt you. It will hurt you if your husband behaves like this. But don't get yourself worried, because when you get yourself worried enough, it's going to affect your health. It's painful that her husband has shown her this side of him. It's painful that he has shown that what is his, and what is hers is a general thing. You get it? Before, we used to say that the woman's money belongs to her and the man's money is a general thing to spend. But from what we are saying in this family, her money is the general money for everybody to spend, and his money is his own money alone. So wherever you are, if this is your situation, you've done this, you've played the fool for your family, should you be worried? No. There's always an opportunity again in life. The most important thing is that you need to be alive, you need to be healthy, for when that opportunity comes your way, you will be able to take it. And when I'm saying an opportunity comes your way, I'm not saying that an opportunity will come for you to pay, evil for good. An opportunity will come again for you to be able to gather your resources and save for yourself. You get what I'm saying? If ever your husband loses his job and everything has to fall on your head as a woman, of course, once bitten, twice shy. He has already shown you that he's the kind of person who doesn't, remember yesterday. He has already shown you that he's the kind of person that when you do good for him, he will forget. And of course, I know that he's your husband, so there's this tendency to always, want to help him when he's down again. My prayer is that such a scenario doesn't come where he has to fall on hard times, when where you will be the one that would have to, raise the family, up again. What I just pray is that wherever you are, if you're in a situation like this, gather your resources. If you were the type of woman who was buying properties and writing it in Mr. and Mrs., sweetheart, this is the time to let you know that you are married, yes, but you do not have a stake in your husband's property. You do not have a stake in anything that belongs to your husband. So don't get yourself confused saying that, oh, if anything were to happen, you have a partner in him. You do not have a partner in him, because my definition of a partner is someone who, when he's up here, he's going to carry you up here. Whatever he has, he knows that you are, a co-owner of whatever he has. So if your husband is buying a property after all the things that you did for the family when he was down, I know that in marriages we are not supposed to count our good deeds, but when your partner makes you remember that you have to count your deeds, sweetheart, count your deeds and give yourself sense. Because if you do not count it, you are going to be a fool a second, a third, and a fourth time. For all you know, that man probably has a child. I don't want to, be too I don't want to be too, forward and too pushy, but I'm trying to understand. Of course, she has told us there are kids involved in this marriage. So I'm trying to wrap my head and understand why he's going to buy a property, and then even if he doesn't want to put your name in the property, why can that property not be bought in the name of the children? Please, if there are lawyers out here, please educate us. Can't you buy a property in the name of a child? Can't you? So if you don't want to even buy the property in the name of your wife, or you don't want to put her name in the property, but at least you can buy that property in the name of your children. So for him not to do any of this, I mean, my head is telling me, could there be another somewhere that this woman is not aware of? You get it? Could there be another child or children somewhere that she's not aware of? Sometimes we get carried away with the mushy that we do not activate our sixth sense to tell us the truth. Because I can't just understand why someone will forget the good deeds. You were the one taking care of the family 4 years. Your family members did not hear about it. His family members did not hear about it. And I mean, if you didn't need to even tell us that you were not complaining, but from basically everything that you wrote down there, I could see that you were not even complaining out of, the magnanimity of your heart, out of the love that you had for this man. You were doing it because he's your husband, he's the father to your children. So you were doing it with all happiness, and from the depths of your heart, you were doing it. Sweetheart, don't be worried. Whatever has happened has happened. I would have said be worried if you could change yesterday, but you can't change yesterday. Yesterday has come and gone. So you being worried is just walking your pretty head over and over. Don't be worried, but what you do is that you give yourself some little sense. He's a grown up man. He's a grown up, okay? So if nobody knows tomorrow, nobody can actually tell how tomorrow is going to be. But even if we can't tell how tomorrow is going to be, begin to gather. You're already hardworking. From what we can see, you're an entrepreneur. Begin to gather your resources so that if for whatever reasons you fall on hard times, you will have something to fall back to. If it comes to you borrowing him money, it's not a matter of revenge or paying evil for evil. Do not borrow him money, because you need to activate your sense to be able to see through tomorrow. So you are not going to pay evil for evil, but you are not going to give him any amount of money, because if you are investing into something, it's because you are going to be getting returns. So he is like an investment that is a bad investment, because you invested in him and you are not getting anything. You said he's earning in millions and he could only give you 200,000 naira for your business. That speaks, volume of his kind of person. He's the type of person they say will eat, clean out and forget things that people did for him. You are his wife. But that you are his wife does not rid you of any sense. It does not take away any, from you. So don't be worried. Don't work yourself up. What you need to do now is just start gathering yourself, try to gather your resources, buy properties in your name, and if need be, buy properties in the name of your children. Nothing should be transferred to him, because as I said earlier on, we cannot be too sure if there is another woman or another child out there. But I'm going to end this video and tell you, do not get yourself worried. To worry over something that you cannot change is a waste of your time. It's just going to, take a toll on your health. You're going to be thinking, which at the end of the day is not going to make any sense to you. So just, do what you need to do, but do not worry. So guys, this is what I have to say to anybody who might be in a situation like this. Begin to gather your things for yourself and for your children. It's no way of saying you're trying to pay evil for evil or whatever. It's just that you are looking out for yourself, you are looking out for your children. We are married does not mean that we're going to be stupid or foolish. And like I said, in marriage we do not count the things that we do for our spouses or our partners. But if they have to make us count those things, then we are going to count it and make sure that we do not fall victims to this mistake a second time. So guys, my name is Obinje, your one and only relationship enthusiast. I would love to hear what you guys think. Please drop your advice, your comments, or whatever it is you feel about this story in the comment section. And please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. It's Obinje O Talk, where we talk about love, life, marriage, anything that has to do with relationship. Turn on your post notifications so that when I drop videos as such, or where I talk about relationship advice, you will be the first to get that notification. So I'm going to drop it here, and I'll see you another beautiful day with another beautiful video. It's bye bye.